even enough footing with some of the other candidates here to win the primary in South Carolina?
Am I on equal enough footing with the other candidates to win the primary in South Carolina? The answer is emphatically yes, for the following reasons. It's not about who raises the greatest amount of money. It's about who has the strongest message and who is better able to connect with the people. That's the key. Our whole strategy has been bottoms up. I'm here today to have a town hall meeting with a lot of supporters that have come in from around the state. I'm doing this in every state, including South Carolina. Secondly, 10 years ago, Herman Cain wouldn't have had a chance of getting the nomination because of the power of the internet, which exists today, which is a big advantage for all of us if you know how to leverage it. And we are leveraging the power of the internet. And secondly, we didn't have 10 years ago the strength of the citizens' Tea Party movement that's going on. And that too gives me a tremendous advantage in being able to level the playing field. Conventional wisdom would suggest that the candidate that can raise the greatest amount of money wins. That's the old conventional wisdom. That's not necessarily the case today. I had the pleasure of meeting with your governor this morning, Governor Haley, and she too was outspent, but she was not outworked, and she is now the governor of the state of South Carolina. This is exactly the same strategy that we are using. One other thing, we are being competitive, and contrary to wishful thinking on the part of some people, my campaign is not broke. They keep spreading these lies about my campaign. I'm not broke. Here is another misperception, if I may, sir. Clarify, that's related to that. The straw poll results in ours last Saturday had Representative Michelle Bachmann in first place, who spent a couple of $1 million on TV and radio, chartered 40 buses into the straw poll to get people to vote, has spent a whole lot more money. Governor Tim Pawlenty spent over $1 million on TV and radio, spent a whole lot of money to bring folk in. Herman Cain came in filled. You know how many buses we rented? 4. Do you know how much we spent on TV and radio? 0. Do you know how much debt we had when we woke up Sunday morning? 0. So my point is, there are more dynamics that are going to determine the outcome of this nomination than just money. And I happen to believe that we are leveraging a lot of those other dynamics. I didn't have a headache Sunday morning when I woke up. Next question. Yes. We have an energy independence strategy that we are going to be unveiling next month. And my energy independence strategy will not just bring the price of gas back down to $2, it will bring it down under $2 when we get on the road to independence. This nation has enough oil, coal, natural gas, shale to become energy independent. What we will do in the Cain administration is to remove the barriers that are preventing the maximization of all those resources. When we do that, it takes pressure off of us having to buy oil from foreign countries. Secondly, then the United States become a player in the world oil market because our price of gasoline is directly related to the price of a barrel of oil. So if we put more of our oil from the outer continental shelf in the Gulf in the marketplace, it's going to create more supply, and more supply brings down the cost. That's just one component of it. So that's how we get on the road to energy independence, such that we're not so dependent on oil. Our dependence on oil is not just an economic issue, it's a national security issue as well, which is why the energy independence strategy is one of my co-top strategies, co-top issues. When people ask, well, what's your number one issue? Number one is national security. Number one is national security. And then the other three number ones are the economy, the energy, and entitlement spending. So those are the others that we have to address. But great question, but that's how I would approach doing it. Allie?
As the chairman of the city, Harry's conference the other day that reason by
I don't agree with many and most of the actions of the Federal Reserve of late. Because when I was on the board of the Federal Reserve in the 1990s, we never had to deal or do some of the things that they have been able to do. It doesn't even look like the Federal Reserve of the 1990s. I'm proud of what we did with the Federal Reserve in the 1990s under Alan Greenspan. So as far as Governor Perry's comment, that's him. I don't get in the name calling because it's not necessary. I would rather talk about solutions. If somebody wants to get in the name calling,